things to watch going into week 4. We'll start with our 4 players that we choose every week, 2 from each person. First one, this is just me being Colts fan. Juju Brents. Thought he had a really good outing for debut outing for the Colts. He had a forced fumble in the game. I just like his length. Finally, I don't know if he was a healthy. I think he was a healthy scratch for the first 2 weeks. Finally made his debut, and he did not disappoint. I love his size, but reason why I have him on here is like we talked about a little bit ago. He does play Stafford, who has been slinging it. So this is a good true test to see who we have at corner, and he possibly could evolve to our cornerback number 1.
Indie legend, that's what really matters. Local product, we always love that. We're always rooting the kids on.
Always supporting.
Always supporting the local products. Kids long, athletic. Corner's one of those positions where you can either come in and be great right away, or it's a big learning curve. So, I mean, he's a third round pick, I think, right?
I think
He's
so.
got he's got all the physical tools. It's just going to take time for him to put it together.
Yep. And we'll do your next guy. You selected Josh Allen.
Comeback against the Bills last year, or he's playing the Dolphins. That epic collapse where they had the ball, I think, for like 45 minutes and somehow lost the game. I had money on him. Trust me, I remember. On the goal line, somehow can't score. You see the meme of Kim Dorsey breaking his
Oh
surface
yeah.
in there, and a cameraman blocks the camera so you can't see it anymore because they're like, "Please stop damaging our product, sir." Um, it's a bounce back. I mean, he's looked great in the last 2 games, but let's see what he does against a real team. I'm
He-
excited to, just in general for the Bills game, and I want to see how Josh plays.
yep. We'll move on to the next player. I chose C.J. Stroud.
Love it.
Like we talked about earlier, had absolutely been slinging it for a rookie quarterback. Gets a true test here. Gets to play another good. I mean, he's been putting good numbers up
This is
against
tough.
three talented defenses, but now he goes up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So
Turnover forcing machine. This is going to be a tough matchup for him.
it's funny that
They
you
said
said that.
he's
In my notes, I
I've
literally say goes up against a turnover machine of a defense.
they I saw this stat today where he's right now I think second in the league in passes that are between 10 and 19 yards. Um is the most accurate across going the middle, 10 to 19 yards, and he has the third best quarterback rating in that intermediate range too. I mean, like, that dude can sling it.
Yep. So the reason he's on here is I just want to see if he can still produce against, like we just said, a great defense. Also, shout out Tank Dell. That dude's
Yeah,
insane.
Tank Dell versus Tank Bigsby, the parlay.
And then your last one, Jordan Love, your guy.
I loved him. I was all in on the Packers. I've got multiple different bets. I'm not going to talk about how many riding on them future wise. I already placed a bet in them this week. I cannot believe they're not favored. I'm really excited to see what he does against the Lions defense. He's done pretty well against solid quarterbacks so far. Or I should say solid offenses. Gino had a good game, but still turned the ball over a couple times. Held Mahomes kind of in check, whether that's drops or actually holding him in check, and then completely shut down the Falcons offense. I think the Packers rested Jones, Bakhtiari, and Jenkins on Sunday to get them to play in the divisional game on Thursday because they knew it was going to be a quick turnaround. And then they get the 10-day rest afterwards.
I love the kid. I think he's got swagger.
Stones, dude.
He's
Got
swagger.
stones. I mean, the way they talk about him, the way the players talk about him, I mean, like, they love being around him.
But then we'll do what else we're looking at. We're looking at the game of the week. We chose the Dolphins at the Bills. Bills are 2.5 point favorites. 53.5 over under. I mean, that's to be expected after a 70% or 70%, 70-point performance, and the Bills having 35. This could be an all-out brawl, an all-out slugfest of an offensive battle here. But
I'm so excited to watch this game. I honestly, I think I being with one, if I only had one TV, I don't think I'd flip through Red Zone or anything like that. I'd only watch this game.
I mean, this is gonna be a great game to watch. It was
Great coaching.
We had 2
great
games
players,
to choose from. We
talent.
had the Dolphins at Bills, or we had the Broncos Bears game.
Have you
Yes,
been seeing
yes,
those
yes,
memes on
yes, yes,
TikTok?
yes, yes. I think everyone's seen those memes. They're
I
hilarious.
just
I
hilarious.
I heard the sound. I was doing something last night. I heard the sound. It was Kaylee watching TikToks, and it was the sound of what the
Yes.
guy talking. And I said, "Let me guess. Does that say special teams?" And then it goes to the Broncos and the Bears, and she showed it, and it was exactly that. I was like, "Oh my god, they're hilarious memes."
Very, very funny.
But yeah, this game's gonna be electric. It's gonna be electric factory.
I'm excited.
Tre'Davious White got his hands full. That's for sure.
The entire defense on both sides have their hands full.
I think the Dolphins have the edge here, though.
A lot of people really like um the Bills in this game. The line's already moved from 2.5 to 3.
Yeah, I just think the Dolphins' offense is a little more overpowered in all
I get it.
aspects, meaning running the ball and their weapons, especially if Waddle's back.
I get it.
So, but great game. Do you know what time? I mean, oh, Brett, what time
I
that
think
game?
it's the 1 o'clock game.
Oh man, that should be a prime time game.
Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock Sunday game.
It should have been a to be determined game and made it a prime time
And
game.
to flex it. I mean, I
Yeah.
wish they would flex it out of that Chiefs Jets game.
Yeah, I mean that was because of Aaron Rodgers, but
I know.
we get Zach Wilson. So moving on to
Another Zach Wilson game in prime time.
just like last year with the Broncos, they had all those primetime games.
Fucking brutal.